Hello again, Dominic Chauffeur, and welcome to another video. And this one's going to be a bit of a live video. Now, just to let you know, there'll be two videos uploaded today. There'll be this one, which will be about me, talking about my nana, and the next video later on, shortly, will be a video games pickups video. So I hope you look forward to that one as well. So yeah, this one's going to be a little bit different, and it's definitely a video I wanted to do for a while. And it's going to be me talking about my nana. So yeah, my nana overall she was a very interesting person in her own way. My nana was actually born in 1938, so she was in Ireland, and then she eventually moved over in 1959. You know, set up her own life and stuff. You know, eventually got married, had children, and obviously, grandchildren down the line. And I just want to share my memories of her and stuff. Now, I quite liked my nana and stuff. I think she was an interesting person for how she was and stuff. She was a very positive woman, in her own right and stuff. Sometimes she, would feel negative and, she'd feel positive, like sort of mixed, overall in between. She was someone who definitely liked shopping. She was definitely someone who, loved going out to the shops and, looking around and, looking for new clothes and stuff. And I think that's a nice thing and stuff. It's nice to get out and about, and she used to like that. She used to like getting out and about and, going to places on her own or with my mother and uncle when they were younger. When they were children and stuff, they used to go out for fish and chips and all that sort of stuff. And eventually, she used to love life in Ireland. She loved, being with her family and stuff. Going out and playing and stuff. And then obviously, eventually, she started working at a really, really young age, because you got to think back then in the, the late 30s, 40s, and even 50s. You obviously had to do that sort of stuff. Once you left school, you had to start working and stuff around 14, 15. My nana actually started working at the age of 14, in the the mills and stuff. With the sewing machines, that sort of stuff. Because they're really huge, weren't they? And you had to really be careful. Eventually, she eventually moved to the United Kingdom in 1959 because she wanted her own life. And her parents were really, really strict back then, and obviously they were and stuff. So obviously, if you did something wrong, obviously you got, you got told off, or you got, slapped or whatever. So, she moved out at the age of 21, and obviously, she had her own life. She got married, had children, and obviously, she had grandchildren. Me and my sister. And, it's just how, and then that's just how life, happened for her, And she did, she went into work and stuff and, did the usual and stuff. And for me personally, I always liked my nana and stuff. I did sort of get on well with her, which is a good thing. She'd always give us she'd always give you big hugs and stuff. She'd go, "Dominic, how are you?" and stuff, and she used to give me hugs and stuff. And it was nice. And it was always nice, to basically catch up on her, and she'd ask how is life going and stuff, and seeing how things are going, and just ask, yeah, things going normal and stuff. Like I said, obviously, being at school and stuff. This is when I was at secondary school, and also I'd ask, tell her about what's been happening and stuff. Really, that's how it goes. And then sometimes I'd call down for dinner, to see my uncle and my nana. And it was, a nice and stuff. It was nice to catch up on them and see what they're doing. And then I'd watch a bit of television or whatever, or even play on the video games and stuff when my uncle was really into video games. That's just how, things, went and stuff. I used to love seeing her all the time. I think that's what I used to like, doing. And, the catch-ups are pretty cool, It's really, really good. And even, seeing my uncle and stuff, of how they're both doing. The one thing with Nana was, she definitely liked, a sweets and stuff, like chocolate and stuff. Because I remember, when I used to go to town, this was a few years ago, and obviously I used to call in every Saturday to see my Nana and stuff. And the one thing I liked about it was she'd always be curious about what the heck I've bought. So if I bought any little sweets and stuff, she'd be like, "Oh, have you bought any goodies? You bought any goodies, Dominic?" And yeah, that's what he said. So I bought a few chocolates and stuff. And I used to buy my Nana a few chocolates and stuff, especially sorry, pardon me, especially Topic bars. You know, the chocolate and stuff. The Topic chocolate bars, which are really, really nice. And she always used to love those. So I used to buy my Nana a bar, or even two, you know what I mean? So she'd literally keep them in a skirt pocket, so she did. So, you know, she'd have them, or she'd keep one in the fridge or whatever. And she used to, you know, love them in eating them and stuff. Even though she was an old woman, she used to love them, you know what I mean? Like we all do with chocolate. And another thing I used to like was, around the time when I was unemployed, this was going back, late 2013, going into 2014, I used to call in to see my Nana every Thursday, and I used to see how she were doing and stuff, and we used to have a bit of a chat and stuff. We used to have like a cup of tea and stuff, and basically ask how life is going for us, you know what I mean, and how things, you know, are going for me and stuff. And you say, yes, you say, I'm doing good, you know, same as always. Like, so I'm starting to get out more and stuff. I'm starting to socialise a lot more, and just, you know, doing stuff, and that's the thing about it. And I think my Nana liked the you know, the one-to-one chat and stuff, because my Nana at that point didn't really go out because she had a lot of pain with her legs. Obviously, she had like diabetes and stuff, and obviously her body was starting to, you know, get a lot weaker and stuff over time, where she wasn't really able to do stuff. But she used to like, you know, seeing me and stuff. We used to have a bit of a giggle and a laugh and stuff, and I always liked that. It was really, really good, really, really funny. It was just a, you know, a nice catch up. I used to love, you know, seeing my Nana and stuff, as well as having our daily Saturday evening conversations. So what I do is I'd ring her on the phone and stuff, mostly on the house phone, because my Nana, you know, used the house phone and stuff. She wasn't really tech savvy, but I accept that for her, you know what I mean? I accept for that. But used to like basically, you know, talk about stuff, and you know, she'd watch a daily, you know, an evening programs, and then, you know, I'd ring her, or sometimes I'd ring her before she watches the programs, and that's, you know, what I usually do and stuff. And it was a nice thing and stuff. She used to really hate Doctor Who though. She'd say, "Oh, don't talk about that rubbish, Dominic." It's like, it's not rubbish, I like it, you know what I mean? And everyone else does, you know what I mean? But after a while, after David Tennant left, she was like, "Oh, this is crap." You know what I mean? It's like, "Oh, don't talk about that stuff, Dominic." You know what I mean? "Oh, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it." But yeah, it's just how, you know, things go and stuff. And then I think the one thing the moment that really, really hurt me was when she died. Now, like I said, she died back in July 2015. And I remember that day quite fondly. I really, really do. And basically, I remember I was at home, and my mum got a call from my uncle about something was wrong. And unfortunately, it turned out that my Nana had died. She'd basically collapsed, and it turned out she had a heart attack, which actually runs in the family on my mother's side, so it does. I remember I got a phone call from Mum. She said, "Get up here quickly now, okay?" And basically, I went up, and I remember my mum saw me, and she started crying, and she said, "Dominic, your Nana's died." That's what she said. I said, your Nana's passed. And I was like, there's no way my Nana, you know, she's no longer here anymore. And it turned out she did. And my mum asked me, says, "Do you want to go into the flat and see her?" And I said, "Okay, yeah, we'll do." And so I went in. I saw her, like, a body flat literally on the ground. And I remember I literally just closed my eyes, and it really upset me. And I remember I went into Uncle's room, and it just frightened me. It really, really did frighten the heck out of me. And I went into my Nana's bedroom. For a few of us were sitting in there. My uncle, his friend, and myself, and we just couldn't wrap it around our heads that my Nana had died. You know what I mean? That she'd passed away. And you know, before, you know, they were taken away by, you know, paramedics and stuff like, the ambulance people, we all had our own little moment with her. And that's what happened. She got taken away. And it felt weird. It really, really did. And like I said, after near 2 years now, 3 years this year in July, I've sort of got over it, but I haven't fully got over it. You know what I mean? It sounds awful to say, but you know what I mean, though, is obviously we've all moved on, but sometimes we have that little moments that, you know, she's no longer here. And I remember I think it must have been a few weeks after Saturday, I remember, I'll ring Nanna. I can't, you know what I mean? And it really, really hurt us. Like, my family still get a bit emotional. Like, even I do as well. I think, I don't get emotional like crying, I think I just get emotional by thinking about it, you know what I mean? And that's just how it goes and stuff. But yeah, like I said, you know, we never forget those people. We will always remember them in our hearts and stuff. And it's really, really nice, you know what I mean? It's really, really good, you know, and that's just how life goes. Is that you got to think about the good parts, you got to think about the bad parts as well. But you always think about the good memories of people. Whether or not it's a family member, whether or not it's a family pet, you know what I mean? You will always, you know, look, you know, you always look, you know, to them and, you know, think about them and, you know, think about the memories and stuff. You know what I mean? And it's just the way it goes. It sort of hurts about it, you know what I mean? But it's just nice to think about that sort of stuff, you know what I mean? Because I remember even my mum got a little bit emotional during Christmas dinner because obviously my Nana was no longer here, mother. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's just how life goes, you know what I mean? It's just, you know, how it goes, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, my Nana probably felt the same way when her mother died, you know what I mean? I bet she was really upset about it as well. But that's just how life goes, you know what I mean? You've got to continue on. You can't just stop and, you know, freeze time. That's not how it goes, you know what I mean? So yeah, a little bit of an interesting video. I know it's a little bit different, obviously it's, you know, personal to me and my family and stuff, but I wanted to make this because I wanted to do it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just want to say I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be uploading shortly later on with my pickups video. I hope you enjoyed that one. And hope you have a great weekend. Hope you enjoy the rest of it. And I'll see you all later shortly in the next video. So I just want to say thank you very much for watching and I'll see you all later. Bye.